Hi, welcome to Lake Area Counseling. I'm Joel Doherty. I'm so excited because I'm going to be introducing to you a new series. Every Thursday we're going to be putting out a new video, and we're going to be calling this Therapy Thursdays, and we're going to have a great time with this. I'm so excited to be starting out with this new series. And for this first series, I want to talk about holiday loss. And we're going into the holidays, and I never really realized how difficult the holidays can be until I got a divorce. And I'll be honest with you, last Christmas I pretty much stayed in bed all day. I shed a few tears. I cried, and it really wasn't a good day. I was depressed for most of the day because I wasn't with my kids. I had seen them on Christmas Eve the day before, but there was just something about being alone on Christmas, and it was just a really crummy day. And it triggered for me all kinds of feelings of loss, and the loss kind of turned into regret, and the regret turned into just reminiscing about times gone by, and it just kind of put me in a bad place. And the holidays trigger a lot of feelings of loss for a lot of people. We think of Christmas traditions gone by and family members we've loved and lost, and thinking about the way things are now versus how they could have been, and it can be really difficult. And for this Therapy Thursday, I want to give you just a couple of ways that maybe you can deal better with your holiday losses. I think the first thing that you can do is let yourself grieve. Don't feel bad for feeling sad or for feeling the loss. Feel it deeply and completely. Cry a few tears. Look through some old photo albums. Reminisce. I told a friend of mine that Christmas Day is the one day of the year that I let myself be depressed. I don't feel bad for it. It's a time for me to reflect, to reminisce, to mourn the loss, which was the divorce and the loss of my marriage. So I give myself Christmas Day just to feel it, to grieve it. And then on December the 26th, I wake up, it's a new day, and I go on about my day, just like normal. And it's kind of a sacred space and a sacred time that I have just to remember. And that's okay to feel sad on that day. Another important thing is to have gratitude for what we still have. You know, I may not see my kids on Christmas Day, but I do get to see them on Christmas Eve. And I do get to be a part of their lives in all kinds of ways throughout the rest of the year. Sure, I could sit and I could ruminate and I could dwell on what I don't have, and I could focus completely on the loss, and it could put me in a depression for probably weeks if I let it. But I do try to focus on what I have, on the good times that I have with my kids right now. But I know there's some of you who are watching who have a permanent separation. Maybe it's the death of a loved one, and you'll never see that loved one again. In those moments, you focus on the good memories. You focus on the time that you did have, and be thankful for the time that you did have with that person. Maybe it wasn't as long as what you wanted, but you still have many good memories of that person. And to be thankful for the people who are still in your life. You know, I could sit and I can just count all these people in my social circles and from my church who I genuinely love and care about, and who genuinely love and care about me. So don't focus on what we don't have, but focus on what we do have. Find gratitude. It'll help a lot. A third thing that's really helpful is to connect with others. This past Thanksgiving, I was actually kind of alone on Christmas Day, and I got a phone call and to go to my aunt's house, who I haven't seen in a long time, and my cousins were there, and I was hesitant to go at first, honestly, because I was working and I just had other things to do. But I said to myself, Joel, you need to go. And sure enough, I went. I had a great time, thoroughly enjoyed myself, and was so glad that I went and I connected with family that I hadn't seen in several years. And 9 times out of 10, when we basically force ourselves to get out and to connect with people, we're going to be better for it. And you've got choices. A lot of us have choices during the holidays to maybe go to a Christmas party or go to the church banquet. Or even if we don't have any of those opportunities, to go down to the local soup kitchen and to help volunteer in some way. Connecting with others is a powerful way to get through your holiday grief. And one final thing that you can do is you can start a new holiday tradition or have a new experience during the holidays when you are feeling a loss. It was 2 Christmases ago that I had a single dad friend of mine, and we found ourselves alone on Christmas Day without our kids. And he was like, let's go get a burger at, kind of this high-end burger joint we have in town. They were actually open and was on the beach. And we found ourselves freezing our buns off, quite literally, while we had a hamburger together. And it was just a great holiday memory, just sharing with my friend. And we really had a good time together. And it was a new experience that I had never had before. So Christmas presents to us these opportunities to get outside our comfort zones, to get out beyond the norm, and to have a new and potentially exciting experience during what would be a time of mourning or a time of loss. Our singles group at our church, we're actually talking about this year getting together on Christmas Day and watching Christmas movies. So look for someone else who might be in a similar situation as you are. Connect with them socially and go do something fun together, because you never know when a heartbreak can turn into the start of something beautiful. From all of us here at Lake Area Counseling, happy holidays and Merry Christmas. And remember, Jesus Christ is the reason for the season, and he's the greatest gift that any of us could ever ask for. I hope you enjoyed this Therapy Thursday, and we'll see you next time.